Hello, sixth graders. Happy Tuesday. I apologize for not being there today. I'm going to walk you through what you're going to be doing and hopefully answer some questions about what to do if you were gone yesterday. Okay, so let's get started. You've already gotten your joke of the day. Hopefully, you took some time and laughed at it because I know it's a great joke. Our learning target for today is I can identify objects representing geometric terms or shapes based on a definition or characteristics. All of our terms that we're going to be working with are, for the most part, things you've already heard or seen before. There's a couple that might be a little bit new, but for the most part, we should be able to work with them as more of a review than new, new learning. So if I continue on, this is what our template looks like. Now, if you were gone yesterday, you are going to go, when I'm done and the teacher gives you work time, you are going to go to Schoology and you are going to download it. It is called Geometry Scavenger Hunt 2026. You're going to download it. It's our geometry project. We're going to work on it in Notability. If you do not have an iPad and you were gone yesterday, what you're going to do is get a paper copy from the teacher. There are some that the teacher has that you should be able to access. If you started yesterday and don't have your iPad today, remember that means you're starting over and you're on paper. You'll need to talk to the teacher. We're also not going to take any of the paper copies out of the room. Even if you have your binder, it is going to go into the basket for the correct hour at the back of the room. Please make sure you have your name on it, okay? All right, so let me talk real quick about this. Please remember, once you get it into Notability, the blue is an active link. It will take you to where the definitions are for when you're working on definitions here, this area. That link is the definitions that I would like you to use. Please don't go out and Google search it. You are going to have incorrect answers then. Also remember, if you get to an area where it's not about definitions, but it's about characteristics, and you click on the active link, it is going to show you, because right now it's got listed 1, 2, and 3 items that you need for characteristics. When you click on that link, it should show you 1, 2, 3 bullets that you can use for those 3 things, or it'll be 3 highlighted items, okay? Volume of a prism, or if you're looking for a formula, that link is active. It will take you to where the formula is also. If you're not sure, you should be able to ask around in class. Your classmates that started yesterday should be able to help you out with this, okay? All right, moving on. I'm going to show you an example of what you are going to be doing today when you get done with your definitions. Now, if we don't get a start on this, it is okay. But definitely, if you were here on Monday and then today, Tuesday, you should, by the end of class, be able to walk out of the room and have all of your definitions and characteristics done. If you do not, that means, I'm going to be honest, you were messing around and did not use your time wisely. If you've been here Monday and Tuesday, there's absolutely zero reason that you are not done, okay? So my example here, I'm just going to use rectangle. It is not one of your words, but I went and got the definition for it. Make sure it's in purple. Mine is in purple, like the expectations say. A four-sided flat shape with straight sides where all interior angles are right angles, opposite sides are parallel and of equal length. So I've got my definition in here, and all my other definitions are done, so I went out to scavenger hunt. Now we're going to be staying in the room, and you're looking for objects. You cannot draw it. You cannot draw it on paper. You can't draw it on a whiteboard. You're looking for objects that fulfill the definition of what the term is. So in my case, a rectangle. And I noticed right away that one of the speakers hanging up in the room has a face on it that is a rectangle shape. Now, if you notice that my picture is not zoomed in, I left enough space for someone just casually looking at this picture to be able to figure out that, hey, that is a picture of the speaker. So we want to be able to do that, okay? So I took my picture, and then when I placed it onto the spot where the picture goes, if you notice, we talked about it yesterday with the dotted line. Think of that as your picture frame. We want to be able to fill that picture frame. It doesn't have to be perfect. You notice you can see a little bit of space around the edges of mine, and that's fine. But I try to do my best to get it to fit the best that I could. I don't have a tiny little picture here, or it's not bleeding all over into everything else. My picture fills my picture frame, and that's what we're after. Also then, I read the bottom and it says, be sure to place an arrow or highlight to identify the appropriate geometric figure. So I did both, so you can see kind of what I'm talking about. I used the highlighter, not a pencil or the pen, a highlighter to go around, and I have straight lines. Remember, if you hold your finger in place, it will create a straight line. I highlighted where the rectangle is, so I had that stand out. And then I placed an arrow pointing at the rectangle and I wrote the word rectangle. Take note, I did it in purple. You're always supposed to use purple. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now, some terms are going to be easier to find around the classroom. No one needs to leave the classroom to complete this. Okay, I want you to try and do this today without using the internet. Okay, you do get to use 4 internet photos, but I would highly recommend that today you try, if you get to the pictures, that you try and do it without using any internet photos. Use those at the end, okay? And like I said, some are harder than others. Here are your work time goals, and this will be up when I'm done with the video here. Number 1, definitions. They must be done before moving to pictures. You may write or type. Typing must be in purple to get credit. Remember, there is no copy and paste. All definitions need to be complete by the end of class if you were here Monday and Tuesday, okay? If you're just starting today, Tuesday, I wouldn't expect you to be done. People just starting yesterday weren't done either. If you get done, that is awesome. Just make sure you do a quality job of it, okay? Don't forget to use purple. When you're done, if you want to make sure, feel free to show the teacher. The teacher can take a look, make sure you've got the definitions in there, okay? Goal number 2, and this is the new one. If you get done with your definitions and those characteristics and you've still got class time, your job is to not bother somebody else. It's not to just waste time. It's not to be on YouTube or games. You're not supposed to be there in my class. You know that. It's to go to goal 2, which is pictures. You're going to identify objects around the room that work for each geometry term, like I just talked about in my previous slide. Pictures must be of objects. It does say right here, no pictures of people, and you can't make the term, i.e. you can't use pencils to make an angle, so I couldn't lay out a bunch of pencils or pens or something to create an angle or something. I have to actually find an object that has that angle in it. You're going to need to really look around and communicate with each other. If you see something, hey, let somebody else know if they're struggling to find that same thing, okay? I cannot use one picture for multiple things. So if I find something that works, and it might be able to work for multiple things, but I'm not allowed to use it. One picture per item, okay? Items on posters are okay as long as you can identify the angle or figure on the poster. So again, I can't take a picture of a poster and use it for a whole bunch of different terms because those things are on there. I can only use that picture one time. Okay, there are no drawings and no internet pictures today. Please, if you can help it. The no pictures thing I want to revisit real quick. Please make sure you are not taking photos of other students or videos of other students. Part of our technology use agreement for you to be able to use the iPad states that you are not taking photos. If they say it's okay, I don't care. I'm telling you, you are not allowed to take photos of other students. They don't need to be in your photos at all. If you see something on my desk that does fit, you are welcome to take pictures of it, but you do not need to touch anything on my desk. You can take a picture from it by standing by my desk. You are also welcome to take pictures of things on shelves. If you need to move the things on the shelves in the rest of the class, that's fine. But you don't need, or on the above the cupboards, you can take those pictures too. You don't need to go digging through drawers or inside cupboards. Everything you need, you should be able to pretty much be able to find by just looking around, okay? Hopefully this answers your questions and you get a very productive day. Please keep in mind, my expectation is that you are a great SOAR student. You know my expectations whether I'm in the room or not. So please make sure that you are following those expectations and making the day great for whoever is there so they're willing to come back. And then I come back to a great report and can talk about all the good things that you've done. Okay? Thanks. Hope you have a great day and I'll see you on Wednesday.